What's up, Purist? It's Bob from Purist Motorsports. Today we're going to work on our 1990 Bleakley Saleen. We're going to we're going to take some miles off underneath the hood. I've got a couple of challenges and a tech tip or two to help out with a typical issue that most of us Fox owners have. That includes regular 5-liter owners, not just Saleen owners. So let's do this together. Okay, one of the most typical problems these days with a factory 5-liter intake is the little decorative plate that goes on top that says 5.0 HO, this right here. What you can see is I've got one screw removed, and I've actually greased these with, well, I guess you could say, I don't know if it's liquid wrench or WD-40, I think I did liquid wrench. Either way, tried to get to where these will come out. Well, they are so tight, they're actually twisting the Torx bit. I want to try to save this intake plaque because the Impressor, as you can tell here, had vinyl stripes or painted stripes. I don't know which. I'm assuming painted. And it would say Impressor package. But I've already stripped this one. It's already done. And I have an old manual impact wrench that you actually smack with. It twists and it's not doing any good. So little tech tip. Many people don't know these exist. People go, oh, buy an easy out, or oh, buy something that's, you know, a bolt remover, a stud remover. Well, a stud remover is a little different than a bolt. But what I have here are what they call left-hand drill bits. I don't know that your typical Lowe's or Home Depot would have them. They probably have them online, but they're just literally a left-hand drill bit set. And what that may do, I know machine shops use them to pull studs out, because sometimes you can actually put a head in a drill press, pull it down on it, and it will actually grip the stud and just pull it right out. So that's what we're going to attempt to do, because as you can see here on this stock intake, which is the one we're going to put on the Bleakley car to try to remove some miles from it, it's used, but it will clean up nice. This actually came off of that car right there. It's the original intake off of the 93 car, which the FO part number, 90 part number is what I want to put back on it. And it has an original finish, which is really hard to replicate because they all age differently, as you can tell, even just from underneath that plaque. This is a different color than this. So anyways, I had to drill these out, and I actually got this one out. But when I was doing that motor, putting it together, excuse me, I had to drill those out. These two came out, so we'll try to remove these, but this is the typical problem. And the reverse drill bits, I'm hoping, will give us the solution we need. So if not, then we'll end up drilling them and the plaque will come off and that intake goes away, this upper goes on, solved. But the other things we're gonna do, we're gonna attempt to change the chrome valve covers out, because as you can see, these are really crusty. Really crusty. And we'll save them. I got a chrome shop that I've contacted that could re-chrome them potentially. So we'll see that if we can't do that. But these are used that we got from our good friend Mark Lamaskin. I guess it's a couple of years ago now. They do have one small pit right there, but that's not a big deal. We got, Mark was fair. He took care of us because they're used and not perfect, but this is perfect for this car. And then I also have an NOS 67 millimeter EGR spacer, which this car should have on it already, because there is a 65 millimeter throttle body right here. This should be a 67 millimeter EGR. But to save trying to separate all of this and do this, you know, I think what I'm gonna end up doing is putting the new one on, cleaning this throttle body up, and mating it to that intake there. that's what we're going to attempt to try to get done on this car before we head to a show in 2 days, as well as clean the interior and the exterior. So fingers crossed we'll get it all done. Let's get started. All right, so in this process, we were able to get 2 of the 3 out. And as you will see, when we were getting so deep, the screw actually came out. And that's the whole point of the reverse drill bit, because at some point you hope it breaks loose. And that, I guess that proves the point too, that the head of the the head of the screw is actually what's getting seized against the aluminum. So we're going to attempt to get the studs that are left in that other intake. We'll try to get these out here. All right, Purist, so that does it for this. So we did get the valve cover gaskets replaced and the valve covers there, newer ones. So it looks a lot better. We also put, as you can see, the intake on, looks a lot better there. I think the challenge for something like this is there's so many old parts. With what I was going to do to this is not try to get into a full-blown restoration. If you go into this and well, it's kind of like when you put that replacement alternator on a 100,000 mile car, it looks out of place. So with this, we'll kind of refurbish things as we go, get them to where they're not just perfect. It kind of looks like it's just, I guess the best way to take it is just taking a few miles off of it. So at this point, the upper intake and all that, it looks great. Probably could clean the throttle body a little bit, but valve covers are good. We also did a little hidden mod. Some of you may have noticed in some of the footage that we've put in, but we'll do a video on that next, and we'll show you what we did, but it's a little hidden mod, a little tip for those who drive stock Fox Mustangs. There's some, well, little simple upgrades, hidden upgrades that you can do. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to like, tag, share. Thanks so much for watching. As always, whether you're driving them or restoring them, always enjoy them. Peace.